Community violence definitely impacts families differently. When you're really in the community, you really get to see how these families have been impacted by the violence. And for me, if I can touch one life, then that life can touch another life. You don't always see the rewards when you do this work, but to see it like that, it's like, it just makes you want to continue the work.
My name is Adam Rosenberg. I'm the Vice President of Violence Intervention and Prevention and the Executive Director at Center for Hope, LifeBridge Health's comprehensive response to all forms of violence. We're looking for ways that we can not only intervene once violence occurs, but also how do we prevent it from happening.
As the community program manager, I get to manage different programs, and our goal is to really try to understand how community violence impacts individuals, whether it's a child, whether it's a family, whether it's a community.
Working closely with LifeBridge Health, we found a lot of common ground and realized that there was more work that we could do with this great platform, and that's when we decided to bring all of our violence prevention programs together and created Center for Hope.
So PAVE is an acronym for Pathways to Advocacy Against Violence Every Day, and under the PAVE program we provide case management, case coordination, and our Coogee Youth Radio Station programs. It's a program where youth get to tell their story, and that's what makes that program so special. We give youth a voice and they get to talk about how community violence impacts them.
Our team at Center for Hope uses a multi-pronged approach to be able to respond to gun violence and have been trained in mediation skills to help reduce that violence there, to be able to have both sides calm down and find resolution there so that the conflict doesn't end up in a homicide.
A lot of the guys and women that we hire for these positions have great and healthy relationships and rapport in the communities with the active shooters and killers. We just try to go out and use violence interrupters that have good relationships in that particular zone, in that particular catchment area, and just try to de-escalate the situation as best we can by being real, by being true, by being honest, and keeping it simple.
Gun violence is going down because we're working with our community partners and we're making it a point to be able to find other resolutions besides grabbing a gun to resolve a conflict. The golden thread that runs through Center for Hope is really finding ways to be able to help all survivors of violence get the healing that they need and find that path away from violence.
We're just trying to provide services and resources that can help shape the communities for the population that we serve, but ultimately we just want everybody to feel safe.
We're not asking them to show up at unfamiliar places. We're at places that's familiar with them, and when we're in a place that's familiar with them, we can build those trust and relationships so that they can continue to pour into themselves.
I've never been so attached and so connected to the work in which I do that it is beyond measures in regards to trying to gauge it, and then just see how it's just a space and a place where everybody loving on each other, and I'm just proud to be a part of that.